Every hint that the developers have dropped leading towards the 8th anniversary. Let's get into this. Okay, so the developers posted this yesterday on the 11th of May. New Zenkai Awakening, a sparking character is getting a Zenkai Awakening soon. Comment below with your predictions. You know how they do, but if you don't, they always post an image like this, and the effects in the background are effects of the character that's going to be getting the Zenkai Awakening, and that's been very consistent every time they've dropped one. So if I actually come out here and show you who they've decided to choose, obviously if you looked at the ink and people were putting it in the replies, you would know that it was going to be God Goku, which it actually is God Goku. Now this leads towards multiple things, but the main thing people are choosing to connect it to is the Broly movie, because this God Goku is from the Broly movie. But I feel like there's a lot of ways you can look at this depending on how, you know, nuanced the developers are looking to make these hints or upcoming buffs. For example, this could just straight be a God Key buff, and they could drop something God Key for part 1, and it doesn't necessarily need to support the Broly movie. But the natural assumption is they could have chose anything, right? So naturally you look at the saga that it's going to push, and in this case this Goku's from the Broly movie, so you think they're going to drop something Broly movie related in part 1. This is the first thing we've got, but the order you look at these, not necessarily is the first thing they released, but the order you look at them would obviously push your mentality for whatever they're going to drop for the 8th anniversary in a certain way. So I'm not giving you the answer of who's going to drop, but I'm going to lead you in directions based on what the hints could suggest. I think this banner could easily be overlooked, but at the same time I think it depends on how you want to view it. So 8th anniversary countdown summon is on, 1200 Z power and sparking guaranteed, limited time consecutive step summon is here, steps 1, 2 and 3 guarantee 1 LL, steps 2, 4 and 6 can be played at a slight discount. Get LL multi Z power as a freebie on step 6. And if I show you guys the banner here, we've got the Gohan from the Festival 2025, the transforming one, he's pretty good, and we've got fusing Super Gogeta. Now the main thing you can draw from this is that one's a hybrid Saiyan from the Cell Saga, and the other one is a movie's character that's also a fusion, and I think that's pretty much it. But it is interesting that they chose specifically Gohan and Gogeta. You could also say they're the most hype counterpart of part 1 and part 2, so that's just, you know, self-explanatory. But maybe, you know, they're pushing a fusion rhetoric here, or even a saga from the movies idea here, or maybe here they're gonna drop some sort of hybrid Saiyan, who knows. But I think it's just something that they choose very specifically. But you could also just look at it and be like, yeah, this is just the Festival 2025. They're trying to get people to be baited, you know, before the 8th anniversary. You spend your CC, then you're gonna have to buy CC if you want the 8th anniversary characters. They got you nicely, I'm not gonna lie. So I wouldn't advise summoning this, by the way, but overall, if you wanted to read into it, you could make some sort of implication. I wouldn't personally, but I feel like it should have been spoken on regardless, so that's the second thing. We've got Dragon Ball Legends giving a Zenkai to Turles out of nowhere. Consider that we just got the Xenoverse 2 collab, right? Then they're like, oh, we're gonna Zenkai Turles. Crazy decision in my opinion, like just out of nowhere, just Zenkaiing him out of nowhere. I think that's nuts. Awaken Turles for bigger damage guard boost when activating alt art, eat the fruit of the tree of might, and push the offense. Plus unlock all unique abilities to nullify special cover changes on strike, blast arts use, and maintain combos. If you look at this, powerful opponent, sagas from the movies, I guess you could throw Saiyan in there, but that's pretty much it, you know. Mainly sagas from the movies, again, being brought up. Earlier, we brought up the God Goku from the Broly movie. This is obviously Turles, Tree of Might movie. Movie seems to be getting something. If we were gonna look at what's most likely and what we've been seeing so far, movies seems to be getting something. But we're not done. Take this as you will. It's just something that should be considered leading into the 8th anniversary. This here regarding the Vegeta Platinum equipment, even though it sucks, I think I should just bring it up because sometimes the thing prior to the anniversary could actually relate to what's happening in the anniversary. So in this case, it's Vegeta, right? Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Vegeta Blue from Future. It's most naturally the case to assume that, you know, this relates to the Xenoverse 2 Goku Black Rose, the Trunks, and the God Vegeta that dropped, right? That makes the most sense to just assume this Vegeta is not going to correlate with anything regarding the anniversary, but maybe he was a buff for Vegeta Clan in some way, shape, or form, and they're going to get some sort of unit in the part 1 of the 8th anniversary, and this Vegeta could be a good asset for that purpose, because I think most people looked at this unit and thought, God Key at the minimum and Future at the minimum, and they didn't really consider anything beyond that because Vegeta Clan isn't even a great team, but maybe they decide to buff it. I don't feel like it's a likely thing, but it's something that could happen, so I just want to put it in the conversation. Would I personally take it as a hint? No, but it's something that could be a hint, because when we look at it afterwards, it'd be like, oh, his decision wasn't just chosen, the decision for Vegeta wasn't just chosen with the idea of the Xenoverse 2 characters, it was chosen with the idea of the anniversary as well, because he will be used for whatever drops, just potentially. At the bare minimum, God Key, and I feel like God Key is going to get some sort of mention, especially because of God Goku. I feel like that ties in very well, and the movies, if they want to do something hype, it'd be best to choose something from the Broly movie, which a lot of people are gunning anyway, so I just felt like I should mention this. I'm not going to go into the Xenoverse 2 characters as well, but just put them all in the boat of this, you know, future. So the God Vegeta, the Goku Black, Ultra Super Villain, Trunks doesn't really fall in there, but he's future as well, so we put him in there anyways. The 8th anniversary info reveal. This is like the biggest thing that a lot of people have been using, because it shows some sort of decoration or thematic layers for whatever the anniversary will be. So if we just read what they've written, 8th anniversary info reveal. The pre-anniversary info reveal show starts on the 22nd of May 2026, 2 p.m. UTC. We'll have new character info and info on the 8th anniversary events and campaigns. Stay tuned, and the URL will be posted at a later date. They've got the image here and the color schemes. You know, there's like the blue purplish with all the sparkles, like a space background. They put the legends unpredictable 8th. They're saying you're not him, you can't predict what they're gonna drop. 8th anniversary, lots of yellow, lots of red, you could say maybe orange. Special program 1, implying there's gonna be more than one. New character info to be revealed in purple. You've got the black bit like coming behind the ink splash, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know what you want to call it, I just say ink splash. It's like black and purple, so you know, maybe a hero and an antagonist, who knows. But you can take the color scheme and piece it together however you want. I posted a whole video just color grading this specific thing, right? So there's a lot of things that could be drawn from it. Someone mentioned the background could be Daima, someone mentioned it could be Universe Rep, it could be GT with the sparkles, the colors could mean even anything else, man. There's a lot of things you could predict it to be, and honestly, we just won't know until we know. But yeah, this is obviously a big hint, probably the biggest we've got yet. Right, so we've got one more thing here from the Dragon Ball Legends official page, and it's how they've changed their banner. So what I showed you right prior to this was actually this here, where they have the space background, the yellow, purple, orange, red, you know, color scheme for the 8th anniversary reveals and stuff, or whatever you want to call it. Is it reveals and stuff? They didn't call it reveals and stuff, they're just calling it special program. All right, cool. Going to the banner at the top, we've got the Legends Information Special Edition celebrating the 8th anniversary volume 1. But if we click into it, right, you can see the color scheme is completely different from what I've showed you. Not completely, actually. The text is pretty much the same with the yellow and the red / orange, depending on how you want to see it with your eyes. But the background has changed a lot. You know, it's gone from just the black, purple, spacious to the green sparkles and everything like that. Now, if you had to ask me what I'd say that hints, the main thing I'd say is that it's Broly. Green is Broly. We all know that as Dragon Ball fans. If you see green in Dragon Ball, the first thing most people think of is Broly, right? We're not going for anything like Cell. Let's just be frank. It's Broly. It's Broly. But another thing that comes to mind is the green, well, it's blue, but the blue they kind of use in the future arc. And I mentioned Vegeta earlier, right? If you look at like the color scheme, it's like very interesting. Like let me put it side by side. I think that is not far off. It's not exactly the same, but it's the closest thing if it's not going to be a very clear Broly. I think Broly is the obvious with the green they're using, but I don't imagine they'd use this type of effect when it comes to Broly. It just doesn't scream, the effect itself doesn't scream Broly, but the color does. If it's not going this type of green for Broly, then I'd obviously go like the future arc type of blue that they use, and that's the other way I would go. But I don't think it's this. It's just because I mentioned it earlier that I want to mention it as a factor that you could point to. Maybe you guys have something that I'm missing out. I think those two are like the 1, 2 if you were gonna predict anything. So yeah, it's not much else, but you know, a different color scheme, it kind of throws you off. Maybe this is going to be very unpredictable. Who knows? Even the background, you could say with the way it's more space-like versus this one is very dark. People might be bringing up Ultra Instinct Goku again. Who knows? There's a lot of ways this could go, and I think we would just have to see for the most part, which is crazy because they're actually saying it's unpredictable, but it's really looking unpredictable, man. It's really looking unpredictable. Now, that's all the hints that I've got for you guys, so unless I've missed something, please let me know in the comment section below. But regarding the next few upcoming days, the day I'm recording this, it's the 12th of May. The anniversary reveal is in 10 days, right? And going forward, they will be posting more things, countdowns, etc. So I advise you actually follow them on Twitter. Follow them on Twitter, turn on their post notifications so you can get the info them yourself, because they obviously are going to continue posting stuff. On top of that, you know, they usually do a countdown, and the images they use for the countdown, more than not, are previous anniversary characters. But in this case, we might see something different. Who knows? Similar to like the Genki Matsuri, right? They posted images that we've never seen before of it was like Super Vegito, Gogeta Blue, G4, MUI Goku, Shallot, and Super Saiyan Goku, I believe. They had all those different images that we've never seen before of characters representing Dragon Ball Legends. Who knows what they're gonna do with that? Maybe they'll do something with it in this anniversary. So already, like, they've already posted Zenkai for this Sparking, Turles as well. They've got updates coming, so update info here, weekends for Dragon Ball Legends, and they just got even better with Legends Weekend Overhaul, and they're giving you information on that. They've also been going to overhaul the mission plan, and I expect there's a couple more things that they're also going to overhaul. Equipments have been overhauled. So just to keep up to date, please watch the Twitter. I will post if it's like extravagant news, like something that is like undeniable. I don't feel like I need to post everything. If anything, you can just follow me on Twitter as well. Here is my Twitter, Zakashi with 3 eyes at the end. The 3 eyes at the end are important. Well, besides from that, you know, Dragon Ball Legends, hopefully this 8th anniversary is actually a banger. Hopefully it's a banger, but that's all the hints that we've got so far. Anything else that's major, I will keep you guys updated. But yeah, man, that's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully this anniversary is actually unpredictable, and whatever they drop is actually good. We want it to be good, obviously. I don't care too much about the unpredictable part. If they keep things silent and a secret, that's what's important to me. I don't want no leaks, man. I hate leaks because it ruins the anticipation and the hype, because I know what it's going to be. So whatever they show me, it has to be something I haven't seen, which is just not the case if it got leaked. So yeah, get to guessing, I guess. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one, man.